Hello everyone, my name is Javier Perez from BioNest Biochemical Technology. Today I would like to present you our new product for this year, BioStine LB37. Before I start, I would like to explain why we developed this product. What is postbiotics? We know very well that in our skin we have lots of bacteria. Some are good, others are bad. For example, if you have your face full of good bacteria, it won't mean that all is good and healthy, because your skin won't have much protection. And with minimum damage, it will be easy to damage the skin, like inflammation or others. On the other hand, if you have more bad bacteria than good bacteria, there will be many problems in your skin, such as acne, redness, very sensitive, and so on. So, how can we control the bacteria and have a balance in our skin so we can have a healthy environment in our skin? The answer, as you all know, is using probiotics. Probiotics and prebiotics are very well known, and I believe you heard these two before. First thing come to mind is how these can be beneficial to your digestive health and many others. But do we really know what they mean and do? And finally, how all of this is related to skincare or cosmetics. Probiotics are live microorganisms, like bacteria or yeast, that benefit the body by boosting the immune system, helping with digestion, reducing inflammation, and others. So, in our skin, probiotics act as a protective shield against bad bacteria, preventing premature aging in skin, or dialing down inflammation, among other things. Then, prebiotics is the energy or the food for your good bacteria. Providing this will ensure their survival and making possible all of the effects just said in prebiotics. It is important to know that probiotics alone aren't the answer, and in skincare, formulation might be challenging because it's very unstable. So, they work best when combined with prebiotics. So, when we combine these two together, we got postbiotics. Since as probiotics break down on a skin surface, they create other skin beneficial substance known as postbiotics. This is the waste, such as dead bacteria, skin cells, from certain microorganisms, which by itself helps to improve the ecosystem of the skin, like actual live probiotics. They help you nourish your skin, and this is what makes the difference when it comes to skincare. In other words, we could say that probiotics plus prebiotics equals postbiotics. And by this, we get the diminished signs of aging, boost hydration, and improve skin health, vibrant tone, and many more. So, BioStine LB37 is postbiotics. Stands for Lactobacillus soybean ferment extract and Bifida ferment lysate. Now that we know very well the importance of these, let's start with the presentation. Here we have some background of probiotics. As you can see, it comes from the Greek word, meaning good for life, meaning that in the microorganism can promote the healthy balance. For the function, it has the details we discussed earlier, like immunity and resistance, and also it can boost energy. Finally, there are three major types: Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, and Streptococcus. Ours, as you know, is Lactobacillus. Here we can see a very good example of probiotics used in food ingredients, Yakult. In Taiwan, is very well known and even till today is common after lunch to have a Yakult. You can find it anywhere, like in the 7-Eleven. Of course, it needs to be cold. If hot, it will break. Then we can see how in 1982, Estée Lauder launched their first probiotics, related raw material products, applied to cosmetics. We can see how they keep developing new products. Even past almost 40 years since their first launch, also in the last picture from L'Oreal China, we can see the following statement. Skin microecology research will set off another revolution in global cosmetics innovation. So, this is why we believe this is going to be a trend, and there are going to be more and more products probiotics related. As we can see in this slide, the demand for it also is increasing very fast. From the chart, we can see how 5 years ago there wasn't much demand, and in just a couple of years it became a hot trend. There are more of new microecological skincare products in the market today, since to maintain a healthy skin, it is a must to maintain a healthy microecological balance. Here again we see what are the main factors affecting our skin microecological balance. And again, one of the best response and the solution would be probiotics plus prebiotics, giving us postbiotics. Here there is a little background of postbiotics. I would like to mention some of the advantages of postbiotics. The postbiotics have clear chemical structure, safety dosage parameters, and longer shelf life. The postbiotics have good absorption, metabolism, and human distribution. The use of postbiotics can obtain probiotics effects, while avoiding the problems of low bioavailability and stable effects. An easy transfer of antibiotic resistance genes if viable bacteria are utilized. It will be a new direction in the field of probiotics in the future. So, BioStine LB37 is a new product developed by BioNest in order to further study the probiotics and biological activities of postbiotics in cosmetics. Now, let us start presenting the product. First of all, the name of BioStine LB37 comes from Lactobacillus for the LB, and 37 is the temperature it must be in the fermentation tank. We have chosen 12 kinds of high efficiency probiotics containing ABC. 3 probiotics. Our goal is to promote skin microecological balance, promote cell proliferation, improve protein expression production, promote skin barrier recovery, moisturizing and antibacterial. The process isn't easy, so we have to see how it will affect the skin and the cells. We want to make the cells stronger, to have more energy, and of course, to protect the skin. Here we have all of the tests we did to verify the safety of BioStine LB37 and the efficacies. We have developed a very interesting product, so now it is time to see how good it is and how it can help our skin. As you can see, we did a lot of research on these products, and now we will share with you the results. The first test that we did is the Cytotoxicity Test. The goal of this test is to observe the percentage that we will use in the following test, and also to determine the safe dosage to use in our products. For example, we start to increase the percentage, and when we see the cells start to die, means that it is not safe to use. This is when the result is below 80%. So, if the cells at first go up, it means that the product provides energy to the cells. But if it goes down, we can see it damages the cells. In our case, we can see till 5% keep increasing. This is very special. So we can see we achieve this goal. So by this test, we can see that using 1 to 5%, it will have positive results. One last point to mention in this slide is when doing this type of test, normally the more you add, the lower it goes. But in our case, it keeps going up. So it shows clearly that it is very good and safe for the cells. We have done this comparison with famous brands in the market. I share some details of the other products. One is yeast, ferment, and amino acids. Another is pure compound. And the other is copper peptide and bacillus ferment. This is just to give you an idea, and as you can see, ours in comparison have very good results. The next test we did is the human epidermal keratinocyte activation and proliferation experiment. The goal is to observe if LB37 can improve the protein expression in the cells. Here there is the method in case you want to read it after. So here are the results. As we can see in the experiment number 1 and 2, BioStine LB37 has the effect of cell activation and proliferation. The effective concentration range of this effect is from 0.5 to 5%. From the pictures, we can observe the big impact it has the LB37. We can also see in the test 2 the big difference before cultivation and after, especially in the last 3 charts, the ones emphasized on red. Then we are going to do the Western blot analysis by observing the effect of BioStine LB37 on the performance of Aquaporin 3, Desmosomal Protein One, and Antimicrobial Peptide in human epidermal keratinocytes. The method is always shown in this slide. The first one is the Aquaporin 3, and we can see the results how from 0.1 to 5% is higher than the control group, meaning that LB37 can improve skin hydration, moisturizing ability, and helps the skin to build a more stable and healthy skin barrier. The next one is Desmosomal Protein One. This also can see the results how from 0.1 to 5% is higher than the control group, meaning that it is strengthening the skin barrier. In case DGS1 is reduced, it will cause the interruption of the cell-cell connection, which will lead to abnormal skin barrier function. But in our case, we can see how we got very good results as well. Next one is Antimicrobial Peptide, LL37. This test is mainly to see if it has the immune effect and if acts as a defensive role as well, providing several effects as antibacterial, regulate inflammation, wound repair, and others. So the results in here also are positive, as we can see from 0.1 to 5%, it has better performance than the control group, meaning it provides all effects I just mentioned. The next test is a very interesting one, and this test is the keratinocyte repair experiment. I will explain the method while showing you the results so it is better to understand. Here we can see the results. First, the goal of this test is to evaluate the ability of BioStine LB37 to repair damaged Hackett cell. This experiment was conducted in two modes. One with aided evocator, mandelic acid, the blue one chart, and the other without aided evocator, the red chart. In the first one, the blue chart, we used 0.2% of mandelic acid. Then, after 6 hours, we took some pictures, in which we can see the wound gets bigger. Then, when we clean it, and then we add our LB37 in different percentage, from 0.1 to 5%. Then, after 18 hours, we take pictures again to record the repair. We can see clearly in the blue test number 1 how in all cases has very good repairing efficacy. For example, let's see when using 0.5% of BioStine LB37. At first, there was a damage of 40.85%. Then, after adding the mandelic acid, it increased to 44%. But after using only 0.5% of BioStine LB37, we can see how it decreased around 25%. That means a repairing ability of 41%. Next one, let's see the table without aided mandelic acid. If we see this table, we can see that it has even better performance. For example, let's take again the group number 2, using 0.5% of BioStine LB37. We can see from originally a damage of 41. After adding LB37, it decreased to 18%. That means a repairing ability of 55%. And if we see the one when adding 1% of BioStine LB37, the repairing ability is 70%. Very impressive results. This chart is a comparison of the table we just saw, comparing both experiments. And as you can see, if it didn't use mandelic acid, it provides higher repairing ability. You can see how many experiments we have done and how good the results are so far. The last test is to observe the antibacterial rate of BioStine LB37 against harmful bacteria, pathogenic bacteria in the skin microecology, to verify that LB37 promotes skin microecological balance. We can see below the experiment method we used, but due to the time, we are going to jump into the results. The first one is Staphylococcus aureus, and from the photos, we can see the big difference when using just a very few percentage. The next one is Cutibacterium acnes. And again, we can see how good the results are. In both cases, this time, the antibacterial rate is higher than 99.99%. Very, very good. And the last one is the Candida albicans. This one, again, shows good results. So, from these three experiments, we can conclude that BioStine LB37 inhibits pathogenic bacteria, thereby reducing the damage of pathogenic bacteria to the skin, which is beneficial to promote the positive balance of the skin microecology and strengthen the skin microbial barrier. Here is the summary of the efficacy test of BioStine LB37. As we saw, we got many positive results, and it shows clearly many advantages. Here are some details of BioStine LB37, in which the recommended dosage is from 0.1 to 5%, and the shelf life is of 2 years. Also, it shows how to formulate with, and the storage conditions. What is interesting about this new product is all of the applications you can have, such as high moisturizing, anti-aging, protection, repair, skin microecological balance, and so many more. This is also a very innovative product, and we believe using postbiotics in cosmetics is the next step in skincare. And we can see clearly all of the advantages that it has, such as anti-aging, antibacterial, antimicrobial, barrier repair, moisturizing, rejuvenating, restructuring, revitalizing, and many more. We are going to see some more details on the next slide. To make a summary of all of the efficacies of BioStine LB37, I would like to use the slide from the beginning, in which we can now understand it better and see the efficacies of it. The first one is the flora balance. Promote the skin microecological balance and strengthen the immune defense ability of the human epidermis against external microorganisms. As we saw at the beginning, this is very important for a beautiful and healthy skin. The second one is the anti-aging. Promote cell proliferation. Improve protein expression production. Regenerate and strengthen the number and density of epidermal cells. And rebuild the quality of firming horns. From several tests that we did, we saw how good the LB37 can be to our cells, and not only good, but also it can regenerate our cells and many more. The third one is skin repair. As we saw, the LL37 acts on the coordination of cells to achieve a balanced state, helping to repair the wounds. Desmosomes are an important structure in the connection between epidermal keratinocytes and maintain the skin barrier function. The fourth one is the anti-allergy. As an important immune effect factor, the LL37 has the function of resisting external microorganisms, removing mutant cells in the body, and helping antibacterial immune defense, and regulating inflammation. And the first and last one is the moisturizing. And the moisturizing and strengthening the connection between the keratinocytes acting on human epidermal keratinocytes. So we can see how one product it has so many efficacies and all the studies we did on it. We know that there are many other interesting studies to understand better this product, but so far we believe that we have done a detailed research. I'm very happy with our results. Here I would like to share with you some reference that if after you have some time you can check them out and understand it better. And finally, and most importantly, I would like to thank everyone for your time. And in case you have any questions, feel free to email us. We are very happy to have developed this product after years of research and many tests, as you just saw. We believe it can have a big impact and also a lot of potential in the market, so we can keep supporting all of our customers around the world. Thank you very much, have a great day and stay safe.